I would say she was 2. And we noticed that she had never run before. And then I started kind of watching her walk, and she would do this like step forward, drag that foot by the toe. And then we also noticed when she was starting to feed herself that she would really have a hard time getting like the fork or the spoon like to her mouth.
Without any luck prior to my wife traveling to St. Louis and Chicago and making relentless amounts of calls every single day. Eventually, we ended up with the neurologist here at HCA, and within 5 minutes, we had a diagnosis, or we had what we thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
And it turned out to be myoclonus-dystonia, in particular DYT11.
It was our first delightful experience with a doctor.
My involvement with Poppy was to provide sedation for her MRI scan. Poppy had been seen by neurology and neurosurgery, and the plan was to have a deep brain stimulator device placed, and they needed some exact mapping of her brain via the MRI scanner to accomplish that.
Poppy showed up and she needed a CT and an MRI. And with the help of the child life specialist that was here that day, she used play therapy on Poppy's Barbie doll to show her what we were going to be doing.
We try first to just kind of naturally build a rapport with the kids. Then we go into talking to them about the medical procedure, what's going to happen using words that they understand.
Do you remember what they did right here?
A needle.
Yeah?
But what was it with the needle?
A Barbie straw.
A Barbie straw. Clearly she remembers like rocket ship, and that was like the little numbing for the spot for the needle, the donut machine.
We were very fortunate to be able to collaborate with the folks at Overland Park. You know, this wouldn't have started without them, and she was just turning 4 at the time, which is young for the dystonia, and so we began to kind of put together a team. The challenge, of course, is that she's little, and it involves placing several electrodes or leads into certain areas of the brain. A lot of challenges with it. One, she's a little child. This is one of the younger children ever done. And then you run into issues of equipment. We were very fortunate to be able to work with Medtronics with this because they were coming out with a new piece of equipment for what we call the generator. And we were one of the first to propose putting the new generator in the country at this age.
That's pediatrics. That's what we're here for.
If you can stay in your hometown, stay in your home, and have your care close to you, it's huge.
It was hands down when we were here, we were like, this was the best experience we had had from start to finish.